What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Epic Evolution Danger Pack Eoraptor versus Stegouros and Poposaurus. Now, in reality, the Eoraptor versus the Stegouros, excuse me, never really met in reality because they are worlds apart, and I say that because the Eoraptor and the Poposaurus both lived in the late Triassic period, and the Stegouros lived in the Cretaceous period. So that would have never happened. But in the world of Jurassic World, anything's possible. So, what's so cool about the Epic Evolution line is that they have continued the trend from the Dino Trackers line, where they have the biomes on each individual cards. So that's pretty cool that they continue that. Hopefully they can still do that, because I think that's kind of a neat thing that they have going. Now, I might not have always agreed with certain biomes that they place certain species in, but hey, it's Jurassic World. Who am I to argue? But anyways, so that being said, let's go ahead and get started. And while we have these two cards out, I will say that this is pretty much your basic Epic Evolution card back for the Danger Pack, which is that you have the Jurassic World logo, or Jurassic World logo right here, and then you got the Jurassic World wording right there at the bottom, and you got the figures in the middle of the card back, and then here we have the Epic Evolution logo right there, and then Danger Pack, and then whatever species it is that you're going to be taking a look at or adding to your collection. And like I said, on the top right hand corner, they have continued the biome trend, where they place the dinosaurs and stuff. The cool added feature that they added to the card back is that the different colorations. So of course, the swampy area is going to be a little bit of green, and then of course the guess you could say this is like the mountain slash river area. You got the blue coloration, and so and here on the card backs, pretty much the same thing, but continues the coloration. So right there, it's green right there, and then get the blue. So I'm guessing, just because of how the plesiosaur is that it's probably the ocean. I'm guessing that's what it is, but to me it looks like it's kind of like little mountains and a river into it. So, but hey, what do I know, right? And so then you got the Avaceratops, in the mountain range. So a little different, but cool nonetheless. But so yeah, let's go ahead and crack these things open and get started on the reviews. Alright, so we got them out of its packaging, and I must say, I do like the fact that they are starting to make smaller species where you can add them together. So hopefully that they'll be able to continue that trend. So I think it's a neat idea. 2 for 1, for the price of 1. So really do like that a lot. So that way they can add a little bit more diverse, smaller species, without having to make them overly large, But anyways, so let's go ahead and move this Stegouros out, because I want to take a look at this this Eoraptor. So like I said, this thing lived in the late Triassic period, and very cool. I really do like the design of this thing. Small but simple, and not a whole lot of coloration, which is to be expected. But I do like what they've done. They've pretty much added everything kind of together. They could have spaced that out a little bit with a paint scheme with a little bit of red down here, which would have been cool. But hey, it is what it is. So it is molded in this green plastic, kind of blends in with the swamp thing the so the head is a separate piece, so is jaw. And as far as the design of the figure, it looks really good. Got all the creases here, muscle structure there on the hind legs. And let's see, we can't clear that up a little bit. There we go. And get the osteoderms down here, all the way down there. And for some reason it doesn't want to focus. Let me back it up a little bit. But yeah, the eye is on point on both sides, and they had to use red plastic for the arms. And then as far as the head goes, like I said, I do like the head sculpt, and I like the fact that they used the little kind of spikes on the side. Adds a little touch to it, you know, even though they probably didn't have that, but who knows. So, small but effective. And then the teeth here look pretty good. There, no sloppiness on that. So, very cool. And then here is the skin code for anybody that needs that. So, other than that, there's not really a whole lot to say about this small creature. But it's a new species. Happy to have it in the collection. So, don't know a whole lot about it except for the little bit of information, very little information I gave on it. So, but let's go ahead and move on to the Stegouros. Excuse me. All right, so this is part of the Ankylosaur family, and like I mentioned, it did live in the late Cretaceous period. So this is probably one of the smallest member of the family, and looks very neat. Looks kind of like almost like a turtle. Could be a turtle out of its shell. Just by how the design is, you know. Like I said, this is a lot smaller. I do like that they added osteoderms on the side of the legs, the hind legs and the front legs. And these do look like little bitty spikes coming out of its legs right there, to kind of go with the spikes on the back. Or I find it interesting that they made the tail looking like this. It looks like it has feathers, you know, but it I guess it's supposed to be plates along the tail to go along with the club. Maybe this right here supposed to, and then they just extend it out further. That's what I'm thinking. That's what they're trying to do there. But it's very interesting. Very dark, you know, kind of like dark greenish color with the light green highlight that's painted up below the eye, and then along across the neck and on the side. And then the eye right there looks good, and then the eye right there looks pretty good there. I do like the fact that they colored the beak. So again, this is another one of these smaller things that are just I don't know a whole lot about. You know, just very little. There really isn't a whole lot to say on these two species that, you know, I just went over. So, because one, I just don't really know a whole lot about it. So here is the scan code here. All right. So let's go ahead and go over some of the articulation. So here on the tail, there, the legs forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. Pretty much the same thing here, forwards and backwards. And then as far as the head goes, the head on here doesn't go turn around or anything. I don't know if that's with all of them, but I know mine doesn't do the 360. And then as far as the Eoraptor goes, tail's pretty much all the way around 360. Legs go forwards and backwards. The arms forwards and backwards. The hinge on the jaw. And then the head doesn't move 360 either. Nice. So, alright, so let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. We'll move this Stegouros out the way. And let's go ahead and bring out the Nothosaurus. This is a species that actually lived in the late Triassic period, along with the Eoraptor. And then here we have the Mosaurus, which also lived in the late Triassic period with the Eoraptor. So very cool. Now, as far as a size comparison to the human, the Eoraptor would be a whole lot smaller than what you see right here. It would probably be knee deep right there, the size. But even though that might be a little bit oversized here, but in reality it would probably go up to your knees. So, but still, it's small enough to, that will do it the way it should be to fit this particular line. So, which is cool in itself. There. All right. So, as far as the let's see, the Stegouros goes, the thing that I want to bring out, lived with, is let's see, what did I grab? The Spinosaurus. There we go. So the Spinosaurus was one of the carnivores that lived with the Stegouros in the late Cretaceous period. So I'm pretty sure it just ate these things like it's a snack. So, very good scaling. I like that a lot. So as far as the scaling for human, it's pretty much almost accurate, Might be a tad bit smaller, but as far as this scale goes, it's actually pretty good. Not too bad. And I think they probably went up to the knees as well. So, yeah, not too shabby. So I do like that a lot. So, not too bad. There we go. Bring out the Eoraptor again. There you go. All right, so there y'all have it. That is my look at the Eoraptor versus the Stegouros. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Okay, so we are going to be taking a look at the Poposaurus next. So this is a very interesting species, and it's not really a dinosaur. It's more of a crocodile or crocodilian-like species that lived in the, like I mentioned before, in the late Triassic period. So it is a bipedal creature, and it's very unique in its own way. So it's been classified several different things. It's even been classified as a dinosaur before. So, but I think as of now, as of this recording. I think it's more of been classified more as a crocodile-like creature. I forgot the name of the word that they used for it, so I'm not about to try to guess and get it all wrong. But anyway, so with that being said, so apparently they classified the like I said before, the Poposaurus in this region right there. So I guess it could be like a river region with the rocks and stuff, or it could be in the ocean, if you want to put it there. Whatever you decide. All right, then. So let's go ahead and just break this thing out of its packaging. Well, I must say that I really do like the coloration of this particular species. I like how they did it to match its biome and everything. So, as far as the sculpt goes, I think this is pretty close to what the actual thing looked like. I know that it did in some pictures that I've seen when I did my little bit of research. It did have this little sail here on its tail, so they got that right. So that's pretty cool. Did it actually have it? I don't know, but I do know that as far as pictures and what they think that it looked like, they did include that. So as far as including to the figure, I think that's pretty cool. This would be a pretty cool little army builder if you really think about it. Just how small it is and how they look and everything. But as far as the design goes, I do like it a lot. Got that crocodile-like body, long on the back and stuff here on the back of the neck and everything. You can tell these are separate pieces here at the mouth and everything. Tail. So pretty much dipped in this grayish plastic, kind of bluish grayish plastic, if that makes any sense. And then you get the light coloration here along the underbelly and along the jaw, and so very nice. Really do like how they did this. It's very well done in my opinion. Probably one of the better danger packs that I've reviewed so far. So, and then as far as the eye goes, it's pretty decent right there. And then looks pretty decent. Looks a lot better there. Here you can tell it has one right there, but it's like kind of slightly faded a little bit. And then as far as the teeth goes, they did the teeth really well here. Really no sloppiness that I can tell as far as the teeth goes. I do like the fact that they added a little bit of an orangish color right there along the eye right there and snout. And then here along the tail, they actually included some paint on the tail. So that's a plus right there. So overall, this is a very nicely sculpted creature. Very crocodile-like as it should be. The scaling on along the tail and everything. The hind legs right there. So very nicely done. Now here's where the articulation is. But first, let's go ahead, before I forget, here's the scan code right there. So if you need that, there it goes. So then, articulation, tail goes 360, hind legs forwards and backwards. And then arms forwards and backwards. And then here you got the neck articulation up and down. So as far as it goes right there, and as far as it goes right there. And then jaw hinges. Doesn't come to a complete flush, but at least you can. Well, don't want to pop that out. It looked like it was about to pop off, so I wouldn't press down on it too far, but as far as you probably would want it to go. All right, that is the Poposaurus. So let's go ahead and bring out some size comparisons. So first one we'll do is the Uberhulk. Well, this is a little bit bigger than the Poposaurus, as it should be, because these things are not very big at all, you know. And then we can bring back its wave mate, the Eoraptor. So these are some of the species that the Poposaurus lived in the same time period. All three of these lived in the late Triassic period. Then move these guys out the way. If you want to compare it to a human, this is a bit oversized for this particular line as far as scaling goes, but in reality, the Poposaurus was probably about that small. It probably came up to maybe the thighs of a human, maybe a little bit smaller. So, like I said, it wasn't that big. You know, it was no Sarcosuchus or nothing like that. But other than that, I really do like this figure. It's probably my favorite so far. Alright, so that will do it for this review for these particular species. So I hope y'all enjoyed this review as much as I did filming it. And let me know which one is your favorite. Did you like the Stegouros, the Poposaurus, or the Eoraptor? Of course, you know, this one's my favorite, the bunch. So it's very simplistic, you know, it's not plain. You know, just the molding of it, the paint just fits it perfectly. Like the fact that they added a little bit of paint to the tail, so it stands out. So, anyways, so let me know in the comments below what you think of these three species. And don't forget, words to wisdom: buy what you love and not what you like. Because if you buy what you like, you'll always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.